now we are looking at how it has performed, the Kenya Kwanza administration, in its first 6 months. The issue of cost of living, NTV Kenya ranked, this is the NTV Kenya website, ntvkenya.co.ke. They say on the cost of living, the Kenya Kwanza administration has failed. You can see on your screen, it's on the what is it, this is it like the thing on your watch, what are they called, the hand is on failed. And let's see why they say on the cost of living, the Kenya Kwanza administration has failed in bringing down the cost of living in its first 6 months in office. You talked about unga, and you said you buy pembe, Mheshimiwa Esi.
Yes.
Right? So a 2-kilogram bag of unga, I've just picked at one of my online apps. And where is that? Here we go. Is retailing 2 kg at 190 Kenya shillings. But why does NTV Kenya say the Kenya administration has failed on the question of cost of living? And they've done quite the write-up, but during his inauguration, President William Ruto emphasized the importance of addressing the cost of living by stating that the problems Kenya faces are related to production. The president stated that maize harvest forecast for the previous year, less than 30 million bags compared to the normal 40 million bags. He stated that in order to address this, the government would bring subsidized fertilizer with a price drop. However, with failed rains, Kenyan farmers have struggled with crops drying up, and the country is now facing the worst drought in 40 years. To address this, the government embarked on drought relief efforts. The president established the National Drought Response Steering Committee, but its impact has yet to be felt as the number of people affected by the drought continues to rise despite billions being raised. Even though prices for some items such as flour and fuel have fallen slightly, the majority of Kenyans are still facing a cash crunch due to the lack of jobs exacerbating their situation. Honorable Elachi, you said where they are doing well, you will admit. Where they are not doing well, you will also point out. You're not about bashing, but constructive criticism. Do you agree with this assessment on the cost of living?
Yes. I'll say this. I mean, in the cost of living, it is tough. It is tough outside there, and I thought that the maize that was supposed to be imported duty-free will have arrived. But you see, that's why I say some of these things we must accept, all of us as leaders. Even when we were campaigning, we lied to our citizens. We refused to appreciate that post-COVID is coming to affect everyone. We refused to appreciate at that time that the Ukraine war is going to cost us. And so we decided to blanket it. But now, today, even if you ask for that maize, where are you getting it across the world? There is no maize. So as leaders, we lied to Kenyans. We absolutely lied that we will have, because there's, even if I walk in which shop, there's no unga to buy. And when I walk even in my constituency, like on Saturday, I had roughly 5,000 people, but you can't get them even the food to give them. And you can see, and every person is passing and asking you. And I know all of our leaders here are going through the same. That's why I said, if we become a country as leaders, that we will take responsibilities on what we have said and we are unable to do, then it will work. But because we have refused, we want to just keep pointing out, yet when you ask them, okay, give me the shop where I'll buy the unga. Okay, you're going to bring this unga, you cannot sell it. Trust me, if you bring unga today in Kenya, put it in any shops, the way I was hearing CS saying, they will have shops. Those shops, young people will enter and carry all those things for free. They will tell you, this is government. Hii ni mali ya serikali. So we must accept, on the high cost of living, we must sit down as leaders. Our people are suffering. If you want to know a Kenyan is suffering, go in a market where you have just mutumba for kids, for children, and see how many people can try and just go down there to pick a few things. The moment you see, by somebody is telling you the whole day, I haven't seen even a shilling, but they've been in that market the whole day, then it is for us leaders to accept. We must think and think through how are we, and what are our priorities. I think also government should just check the right priority. Food should be the first thing. Food. There is nothing as dangerous as when one is hungry. Today when you walk into Lavington Olive, in the evening, the children you'll find there, thousands. They are not chokoras. They are children. They have come out from their home, from school, and you can see we are even trying to give a few, like those who are in Gatina Primary, they are able to get a meal. That meal, this child comes with a lunch box, will save for the brother. They will take it at home. We can't have a country where our children are going to go through that. We must, that is why I'm saying, stop and reflect, because you cannot be also a leader who runs a nation where people are about to die hunger. I saw the other day in Beirut, in Palestine. I mean, yes, they are fighting, but when you look at their market, as worse as they have dry food was in the market. Yes, it's high, the costs are high. I saw a tray of eggs going at $3. That's roughly 600 shillings or something here. Yet, people are able, yes, to find. In Kenya, we are unable to find. I went the other day in Central Province, Kereini, where the cells are of our prisoners. And the person who supplies there was telling us that he is now buying one cabbage, and he's in the rural, and he's supposed to supply it for the prisoners to eat at 80 shillings. He's wondering, am I just giving, what will I get? Yeah, cabbage is even now 100 bob. It's not a joke. That's why I'm saying, as leaders, why can't we prioritize our country? Why can't we see what is wrong and agree? And all of us to stop being selfish to each other, but to ask ourselves, how are we going to sort ourselves when we know rains? Now we are in March, mid-March, there's no rain. It means we are going to April. Trust me, if we do not just turn around in the streets of Nairobi, everyone will walk out, from those who come from my side, the other side, they will be looking for anything to make food. And that is when we will know how disastrous Nairobi can be. And at that time, you'll find us running heckless with the administration, it will not work. It is because people are hungry. We must sort it out.